Good morning, everyone. There are some people connecting still, so we will start. We will let them connect, and we will start very shortly. I see some people are still connecting. All right, I think everyone is connected from what I can see. Still one person trying to connect. And I think we have everyone. All right, good morning, everyone, and a happy new week. We are so very pleased to see you all joining us for the webinar, Providing Solutions to Your HR Challenges. My name is Deiri Cruz, and I work at the Aruba office of Gamma IT Solutions, which is the proud developer of the complete HR and payroll software Payroll Pro HRM. I will be your webinar host, and I want to introduce you to our two special guests this morning. First of all, Mr. Neville Power is here with us today. He is the owner of GC Recruitment, and he offers executive advice and recruitment services, and they are committed to excellence on both sides of the recruitment process. He will be sharing his expertise with us today. Also joining us is Ms. Sharjul Reggio Pawiro. She is a junior application consultant at 101 Consultancy, for among other things, Payroll Pro HRM and other financial programs. Sharjul is therefore the person who assists and advises customers on various questions and comments regarding the applications. Today, she will be presenting the importance of digitization for HR departments, and she will be providing solutions and to all your HR challenges and questions. We will start the day with Mr. Neville Power, and then we will follow with Ms. Sharjul Reggio Pawiro. And after that, we will have a session of Q&A available. Here you can join in the discussion. You can ask questions or anything that you may want to know from the experts. So we now welcome Mr. Neville Power to start with his presentation. Mr. Neville Power, you're muted. We cannot hear you.
I'm sorry, technology, right? Thank you, Terry, for having me today at the webinar. Welcome, everybody. I will start my presentation. Let me start my screen. I hope everybody sees my screen. Is my screen visible for everybody? Okay, good. Yes, today I'm gonna and post-COVID. Around the world, we have a lot of issues, problems with COVID. In some countries, the numbers go down. In some countries, for example, Suriname, where I'm currently in, the numbers go up. It also affects the workplace, and I'm going to talk about the work trend post-COVID, and especially actions for HR. Let's start off by introducing myself. My name is Neville Power, the co-founder and managing director of Game Changers Recruitment, Game Changers Human Capital. I have 18+ years of intensive experience in recruitment, recruitment in Suriname, in the Caribbean, in Europe, mainly in the Netherlands. The presentation, what I want to talk about is work post-COVID. What you see is that there will be long-term implications of the coronavirus pandemic on the HR function. One of the functions that will be affected is remote work. You see here the figures: 30%, 48%. I was trying to get some figures from the Caribbean. What would be the impact in the Caribbean? I couldn't find those figures, so these are more figures based on mainly the US. But what you see, pre-pandemic, 30% of the people work remote, work from home, and nearly half of the employees will work remotely at least some of the time after the pandemic. So that's a big impact on the workplace, also on HR. And what should the HR actions be? It's a whole different ballgame to work from home, and critical build HR actions that are critical will be critical skills and competences has to be developed. So identification of new skills that enable effective remote work, including greater digital dexterity. Um, Employee experience will be really important. And create new employee journey maps from remote for the remote world. Flexible work options would be really important, and rethink the experience for a remote or mixed workforce. A lot of companies aren't equipped with providing remote work, but that will be really important in the COVID period. Is there a question? Because I was hearing. The second function that will be really important for HR is employee data. Currently, already 15% of the employers are reporting passive employee data collection, including, for example, virtual logging, clocking in and clocking out, computer phone use is being monitored, email, internal communication, chat is being monitored, location movement is being monitored. But remote work will increase passive data collection. Talk about health and safety protocols. They may require new explicit data collection. So specific HR actions in these fields are HR technology strategy and management. Data storage has to be improved, better analysis, accelerate policy and formulating of ethical and legal data use by organizations and third parties, and especially the legal side. How much data can you collect from your employees? That differs per country, is really important to look in. Performance management is also really important in this case. Determine the influence of data in evaluating productivity and performance evaluations. That data can be used to track performance managers of the employees and discuss these performance indications with your. The third and last function I think is really important is critical skills. Critical skills has to be redefined for a lot of positions within organizations. In organizations, you have three kinds of employees: employees with critical, employees in critical strategic roles, employees with critical skills, and employees in critical workforce roles. And all these roles has to be redefined, and the new and all these critical skills to these new roles also has to be redefined. The skills need to meet. It's really important that the skills need to meet the strategic goals of the company. So I think the very first step any organization has to do is redefine your strategic goals and see what critical skills you need to meet those goals. Important HR actions in this case are critical skills and competencies mold employees to develop critical skills that multiply the options. And so it's not a couple of examples of critical skills that has to be developed. Leadership, stability, critical thinking, tech savvy, really important nowadays, communication and emotional intelligence, creativity and innovation. The future of work is also one of the HR actions. The engineering of the workforce.
Naval, we are so sorry to interrupt, but you sound very far away. I'm not sure if maybe it's a setting on your computer, but
Okay, let me see if it's a setting right.
Yes.
Is it better or still really far?
It's a little bit far. I'm not sure if everyone can hear you properly. Maybe I don't know if it's a setting or.
Let me look into it. One moment, please.
This is one of the things why digitization is very important right now. Nowadays, we actually need technology in every way. The world is building towards that. So
it is really important. Yes.
Yes.
I hope it's a little better now.
Yes, that's better. I can hear you better. Yes, thank you so much, Neville.
Okay. Critical thinking, critical skills are really important. HR action, future of work. Workforce has to be re-engineered, and talent mobility is really important in this case. HR companies have to provide greater career development support to employees in critical roles who lack those critical skills to develop them and become more valuable for the companies in the post-COVID era. I see there's something going wrong with my presentation. One moment, please. Yes, the next steps for HR department, for companies in this post-COVID era. Stay on top of these trends and how they evolve. Really important. Understand the potential ramification for your organization and make selective changes in strategy to incorporate the predictions in accordance with their values. Really important. Again, it's a really difficult situation a lot of companies are in, but providing the best support for your employees will make that you will meet your strategic goals. That was our presentation. Are there any questions?
Right now, if someone has questions for Neville, you can ask some questions. Otherwise, we will continue with Ms. Sherjo. And then after her presentation, there will be also some space to ask some questions. So if you cannot think of anything to ask right now, maybe later you can still come back to ask Mr. Neville, or when Ms. Sherjo is done, you can also ask her. But right now, we welcome, we give a big thank you to Mr. Neville Power for the insightful presentation. And we welcome Ms. Sherjo in order to show us what the importance is of digitization in the HR departments.
Yes, good morning. Today I will be informing you about the importance of digitization for HR departments and how Payroll Pro HRM can provide solutions to your HR challenges through a presentation. My name is Shajal Rejapawiro, and My name is Shaja Rajapawiro, and I am a junior application consultant at 101 Consultancy. Let's get started. In the modern world, technologies such as social media and the internet are indispensable. The new generation of employees is therefore motivated to digitize their business processes as well. As a result, we will gradually have to switch from the traditional way of working to a more digitalization process of our businesses. In order to substantiate the importance of digitization, we can look at the various benefits it brings. These include time and cost savings, environmentally friendly, better accessibility to be accessible anytime and anywhere, better security, extensive view of reports, automated communication between different programs, and minimization of human errors. Let's start with the first benefit, time and cost savings. In this case, we can think of a number of documents that the HR department has to store and maintain. Digitization reduces search work in the documents archive, and employees can retrieve and store data faster with digitization. Uh, if that happens, the business processes of those companies can be much faster and smoother. Digitization also reduces costs, such as less use of paper, and then brings us to the environmentally friendly benefit of this process. With less use of paper, the act of taking down of trees can be reduced, and this way we can contribute to preserving our beautiful nature. Another benefit is better accessibility and to be accessible anytime and anywhere. The HR department has to deal with a lot of people and their interests. For the most part, all the interests are being satisfied by the HR department in the company. Often enough, it will occur that work will then be have to done easily and in a short period of time. A digitized department will respond well and quickly to these requests. The era for having to be present at your workplace or your office for a viewing of documents is very outdated. Recently, the demand of remote working has also increased drastically due to the corona pandemic. From anywhere, people can now digitize HR departments and call up documents and handle matters much easier. It will then be possible to get business done remotely, and that ensures that employees are satisfied and can thus be better committed to their company. Safely storing of personal documents and employee information is very important. That's why better security is very much needed. Digitization of the HR department means that there is a better control of the storage and security of HR related information and documents. When a physical administration is being held, this information can easily end up in the wrong hands. If that happens, it will be a much harder task to find out who has unauthorized access and when that access is given. With complete digitization of your program, all these issues will be a thing of the past. Digitization gives the possibility to grant and withhold rights to users, and that allows you to manage who does or does not have access. You can control when access is given and also manage information filtered based on the rights given to the users. This way, we can avoid information overload. Next, we have another way to access the right information, and that is through extensive view of reports. Companies all have a lot of information that needs to be stored. Reports with different formats are used to view all process data. Without an automatic system, users are limited to a certain physical format that is entered manually. But with a digitized department, data can be approached with many more perspectives and a lot of reports based on what you need. Analyzing information will then be a lot easier with a large scale of reports. Uh, Through reports, we often exchange information with other departments. With an automated communication between different programs, this process can be accelerated. A company is mostly organized in departments. The HR department will almost never be working on its own and always have communication with other departments. A good example can be the HR and finance department. The HR department keeps track of the personal information of the employees, and the financial department keeps the information to pay those employees. The financial administration will update and maintain its administration while waiting for the data from the HR department. With automated communication between programs, reporting to each other can be done faster and efficiently. When the HR department prepares the employee data for the financial department by means of general ledger accounts, the financial department can easily import that data in their other financial program, and entering those informations or those of that data in manually in the system is not necessary anymore. With all of these automated processes, human errors can be minimized. Manual work is more error prone than automated data. It's important for a company to have correct and accurate information. In order to have less stagnation in the business process, we have to be alert to what we enter in our systems. By digitizing your company, we can minimize all those common errors. This because there is a possibility to establish criteria to store information in your program. A digitized system can also encourage users to work with procedures and not to deviate from them so that they can be more alert and work more efficiently. With that being said, we can now move on to an automated payroll program called Payroll Pro HRM. Payroll Pro HRM is divided in a salary administration program and HRM automated program. In addition to the before mentioned HR challenges, we can offer a solution to counteract these challenges with Payroll Pro. If you look at the different challenges such as time essence, with payroll, we can work faster and efficiently. After a one-time setup of the system and your company, the payment and maintenance of employees will go very smoothly. For employees with a fixed amount, it will always be a quick minute to generate a wage round and calculate the wages every month. In addition, data of employees with hourly rates and different hours per month can be imported into the system. This takes less time to enter the work hours per employee into the system. Another benefit of the HRM automated program is recalling previously entered data. The HRM module is designed in such a way that it provides a comprehensive picture of the most commonly used HRM aspects. For example, there are separate groups in the system for entering holidays, diplomas, certificates, absence or sickness registrations, personal data such as registered emergency contacts, work experience, children, benefits, etc. This means that it will no longer be necessary to keep a physical archive and that information can be searched in a structured way. With the different reports that the system offers for HR aspects, data can easily and quickly be retrieved. Another challenge is drastic changes. Payroll Pro provides timely program upgrades to better the program and user experience. In Suriname, we have recently experienced very drastic changes within our legislation, among other things. In such cases, the changes are automatically taken into account and implemented as soon as possible before use. By means of a quick correction in the system with a program upgrade, users are then ready to implement these changes into the system. Users also have the ability to make their suggestion or wishes known to better their experience with the program. That is why users' wishes are regularly being reviewed and eventually implemented if they are beneficial to a lot of clients. The most recent challenge is working remotely. As earlier stated, working remotely is a much sought after phenomenon as the result of the latest corona pandemic. Many more people work from home or remotely to help control the COVID-19 spreading. This will therefore only work well for the HR department if there are no or minimal entering of physical data. With the ability to pull information from a digital database, working at home will be much more effective. This also makes communication between the HRM department and employees much easier. Payroll Pro offers employees the possibility to view their documents and personal information through a web-based employee portal. This portal makes it possible for employees to request information and send them directly to the HR department. With this portal, employees can easily remotely request leave, submit their absence and sickness hours, download their own payslips and wage tax card, view personal documents, for example, employer statements, and get in direct contact with the HR employees. Further, we also have a manager portal which lets managers manage their employees' data. The manager portal can provide managers to remotely generate overview reports for sickness, absence, and overtime hours, initiate requests for the employees, and also approve the employees' requests. With these options, personal contact with each other is reduced, and employees can access their necessary personal data anytime and anywhere. In addition to these possibilities, Payroll Pro HRM can also contribute to the process of digitization your company or organization. The benefits speak for themselves and can be done quickly and efficiently with this program. With Payroll Pro, we can therefore save time, cost, and also protect our environment. Here we can think of the possibility to store all HR aspects of the employee via the system and can add unlimited documents per employee. Also, we can be available to your employees anytime and anywhere. This because the Payroll Pro uses a digital database storage where users can remotely access the database without having to be physical in their office. Also, minimization of information overload and arrange authorization. But Payroll offers the possibilities to give access to users via roles or rights. Based on the rights granted, users can add, store, and view information. The system also keeps a log, authorization log, to view all users' changes and actions. Furthermore, we have draw different reports and make quick analysis. Based on the data entered, various reports can be retrieved from the system. The display of the reports varies based on the chosen selection or grouping, and this makes it easier for users to call up exactly what they need. Last but not least, we have enabling system integration between different automated programs. Payroll Pro HRM has several interfaces available. The most common integrations are the financial integration. We have the account view interface, the exact interface, We also have the ability to import and export data to Excel and from Excel. And we have a lot of the bank interfaces, which makes it possible to export the wages into a bank export file ready to use for your local bank. So many more other interfaces are possible. And these are just a few of the features this system offers. Are there any questions about this program or what I presented?
Thank you so much to Sergio for the insightful information. Now we will continue with space for questions. If someone has a question, you can please unmute yourself, and you can ask Ms. Sergio or Mr. Neville. They are here, and please don't be shy if you have anything to ask. Right now they're here, they can answer, or any comment you may have, or any insightful information you wanna share or wanna know. So this is your time.
No questions.
No questions? Okay, if there are no questions, we would like to thank each and everyone that joined us for this webinar. It was very short but very informative, and we want to thanks once again to Ms. Sergio and Mr. Neville for your time, for your expertise shared with us. And also, if you ever need some support, some information about Payroll Pro, as Ms. Sergio presented, please contact 101 Consultancy Bureau, and then they can give you everything you may want to know about prices, about the software. And we are very, very happy that you joined us, and thank you until another time.
Yes,
thank you, Sergio. Thank you, Neville.
Thank
Thank
you very
you.
much.
Thank you so much. And we will be, this meeting was recorded, and you will get it, so you can maybe rewatch it. And if you miss some piece of information, you can get it and you can watch it at home. All right. Thank you so much all for joining. Have a great day.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Same to you.
Well,
you.